Oopsies. I'm gonna do this soft spoken because, well, so you can hear me, because this is a huge board game, and I'm afraid you won't be able to hear me if I talk too quietly. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know where my chance cards are. This is my community chest. Maybe it's in the board game itself. Oh yeah, it actually is. You know what? Give me one moment. Some of the pieces got knocked over. I wish I would have seen that sooner. Just give me a moment to tilt this. Hope it's not loud. Okay, I think that's every piece. So I'm going to move that aside. What a start to the video, right? Like, it took me forever. It took me for an eternity to figure out, like, the camera angle and stuff. And now I'm like, oh boy. Here we go again. Okay, so. Alright, that's everything, for sure. This is the Luxury Monopoly board game that my brother got me for one birthday. He loves to buy Monopoly. Probably just for himself, honestly. They say whatever you gift someone, you're really gifting it to yourself. Does that make sense? Anyway, human nature, right? Is this the right angle? Can you see everything good? Let me just confirm. Yes, that's good. So, I have my bird on my shoulder because I just woke her up, and when I just wake my bird up, she starts chirping like crazy. So I'm like, you know what? It's better if I just start this now. So sorry for the scattered mindedness, but hey, maybe more sounds. You know, this could be a longer video. But yeah, for the first time I'm teaching you how to play a board game as requested. I usually like to ask you guys in my community tab what you would like me to do for videos. So this was one of them. And I thought, I've shown you board games. I've never taught you how to play, just chess. But I don't count that as a board game. Do you count chess as a board game? I don't know. I don't. So before this video begins, we could just subscribe, tap the bell, hit all notifications, and check my website, Bomboni.com, to book yourself a service from me. We never even had like time to sit down and really play this board game. You know, at the time when I was prepping like crazy, I considered board games prepping items, because if you get asked to stay home again, you're going to be bored out of your rotten mind. So you might as well play, right? Anyway, have you guys been experiencing mad ascension symptoms lately? I have. Like, I've had crazy stomach issues. I'm better now, thank God, but like, now I have to be careful what I eat. If I eat anything triggering, I'm gonna go through a hard time. So, yeah, crazy. Crazy how life changes on a drop of a dime. You don't know if you're well today, then not well tomorrow. So be grateful for every moment you have, because it goes quick. So, yes, I'm pretty much almost done here organizing the cards. I just wanted to do a little chit chatter while I do, so you're not sitting here. I guess you can sit here and listen to some sound. That's the good thing about ASMR, right? I don't always need to be talking to you. But gosh, these cards got bent. See, I neglected to play this, and I just shoved this drawers, because these have two drawers on each side, as you can see. And basically what happened was I guess I pushed it too far and just kind of like left it in the closet to collect dust. Like, it's almost September again, so it's like almost a whole year since he bought this gift. It was like $200. Oh my god. And then we never even played it. So it's like so sad. It's just, you know. And I'm not talking Monopoly dollars, okay? Although currency nowadays does feel like Monopoly money. I'm just saying, because like I go to Walmart to get, like, the only time I go to Walmart is to get chemicals, right? Like wet mops, dry mops, toothpaste, what have you not, right? Because they're still, I mean, they're expensive, but they're still cheaper than other stores. So, and I can get everything in bulk there, like a Costco, like a Sam's Club, right? Without paying membership on top of that. So I go and I'm like, 2 bags like $70. I'm like 3-4 bags is like $120. I'm like, get out of here, right? Like Monopoly money, right? Like, at this point, it just feels like that. There's no value to it. So anyway, so we're working for fun at this point, right? Anyway, so here are the title deed cards. And I decided to organize them all like this. Okay. So for organization, I'm a Virgo, so organization is key to me. If it's not organized, I don't want it. So here are the rules. I'm going to just start with how I know, how I was taught or raised on Monopoly, which, yes, I was. Growing up in Illinois, all right, I was a Chicago boy, and then I became kind of like a country boy. Not really country because we weren't on a farm, but there were a lot of farmlands, and we grew up in the suburbs most of our life. So what do you do on a boring suburban day when there's not as much technology as there is nowadays? You play board games. I love this. This has blue velvet, and this is actual wood. Like it's a big board game. It's like really heavy too. We really need to sit down and play with this one. But anyway, so the first thing you do is get your dice. Your double 6-sided dice for rolling. Oh, that's not too loud. I think that can be relaxing. You know, I love watching, like, I'm not a poker addict, thank you, Jesus. Like, I never even gambled $1 on casino, nothing. I never even been to a casino to play. Like, that's how, maybe it's that stingy part of me, but anyway. My point is, I always play, watch those ladies that do the, not solitaire, what do you call it? You know, blackjack, poker, stuff like that people gamble, like others, I can watch them gamble online. And the ladies are like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, oh my God, that is the most relaxing. Like, women are really, they are top notch in ASMR, absolutely. Although a lot of times I get triggered more by men too, but like I see that they just naturally can do ASMR. Maybe better, if that makes sense. So then you get your game pieces. All right, these are old-fashioned. These look like 1930s old-fashioned Monopoly game pieces. You have the dog, okay, and they even stand upright. That's so cute. The boot, the shoe, the car. I wonder if that's a Ford. The thumbtack thingy. I think that's what it's called. A hat that looks like the Titanic or a cruise ship. A flat iron. And a guy on a horse. So I want to be the dog because I'm a dog, obviously, in the Chinese zodiac. The next year okay, so I was born 1994, so I'm year of the dog in Chinese. Then there was, oh, my leg, girl, you can see my leg. I'm sorry about that. I got too comfortable. Not that I care, but YouTube sometimes be triggered. Like if I show a little foot or leg or knee, they're like, you know, they feel some type of way. There's just no other way to sit. I have to put this on the floor. Like, this game board is huge. Anyway, so 1994. So then there was every 12 years is the cycle, right? For all 12, just like 12 zodiacs, 12 Chinese. Okay. You have the rooster, the sheep, the rat, whatever. Okay, the dragon. Mine was 2006. And those years were always good years for me. We moved into a nice big home that year. And then the next year was 2018. Guess what? I moved into a nice big home that year, bought myself a house, right? With my brother. And then 2030 is the next year. How crazy is that, right? So it's like start of a new decade. So yeah, you're the dog. And I love dogs. My favorite animal. Yeah. So you go and go. So we're going to teach you as if you're playing with me. So what do you want? You want new shoes? You want a flat iron? How about you be the flat iron? Because you guys like that. You guys like the flat iron video, I think, right? You're going to be the flat iron. And I have a mostly female audience, so I think y'all... And I'm not talking about the flat iron that you do your hair with. I'm talking, this is like to iron your clothes. So sorry, this is like the 1930s, right? 40s, 50s, whatever. So, yeah. So we have the mansions here, or what they call the hotels. This is a grand hotel, actually. So this is the hotel. I still call it mansion because I'm used to, like, the modern day Monopoly. And these are the houses. Back when you could afford them. Like, back when you could work, like, a part-time job, have 3 kids, and still buy a house and a car and 2 cars and a full shopping cart of groceries. Like, I'm talking these times, right? Like, $1, it was a lot, right? Anyway. So yes. So we have the 500s, the 100s, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. Okay. Finally. So we can begin. So what you gotta do, you gotta roll your die. Okay? You gotta roll the dice, honey. And then, we got 9. So I'll go first. 2, 3, 4. And please watch this full screen to see all the text, or I'll just explain it to you. No big deal. This is Connecticut Avenue for $120. Oh, and right, so you have to start with currency, right? So basically, so this is 2 to 6 players, ages 8 and up. So there's a banker, so I'll be the banker that looks after the currency. All right. So I don't think I can read this word for word because of copyright, perhaps. I'm always careful of that. So each player starts with 2 500s. So let's pull that out. 1, 2. And then I'll give you 1, 2. 4 100s. Really, there is no comfortable way to sit. Like, I either gotta show a little leg and cover it or something, because there is no right way to sit. I mean, gotta put something over my leg. Alrighty, so there. I'm being PG, okay, YouTube. Like, don't have issues with me. Like, Lord have mercy. There. I'm being as Christian as possible. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. 1, 2. See, I'm being 1930s. I am not showing the ankle. All right. 3, 4. God forbid you show the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go. Ooh, girl. Shush. I'm gonna have to put you back in the cage, honey. 150. So 150 for you. And 150 for moi. Lord have mercy. Okay. It's gonna get warm in here with this dang towel, blanket, whatever. This is Paco's blanket. He likes going on it. Okay, and then 120. This is gonna be difficult, but I do want to show you. 2 10s. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna Okay, so let's continue the game. We haven't even started. I said I was gonna give 2 10s, right? So that's just what I will do, for me included. And then it says 1 5 for each player. So that's what I do. And then 5 1s. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, finally. All right. So you can see here, that's yours. And then this is mine. So just double checking the instructions. So basically the highest roller starts the first turn, but who cares? Then you go clockwise. If you roll a double, you go again. All right, so that's basically it. Yeah, I think I pretty much get the gist. There's a lot more than this, but that's why I'm here. To go over that with you. Lord, I had to put the air conditioner. It is warm. Like, it was like 122 degrees in Texas. I'm not in Texas, but it's getting crazy humid and hot. Okay. And they're like, oh, there's like the 2-3 tropical storms or waves on the way. I'm like, we had it bad last night. My roof leaking again. I'm like, like this is getting ridiculous. Like, this is like the 5th or 6th time they're coming. I don't know what to say anymore. It's just tricky. Like, these Florida storms, you know. I don't know what to do anymore. Okay. Anyway, rant over. It's been quite a week. So, I rolled that Connecticut Avenue 120. So now that we got the cash, finally, I'm like, sure, let me buy it, okay? I'm not cheap when it comes to Monopoly, so I spend a coin or two, okay? Because it's just fake money and it doesn't hurt my wallet, right? So I'm okay with spending that Monopoly coin, all right, honey, all right? So I go on the title deed card thingy and I look at the blue Connecticut Avenue. I whip it out. I own it. Bam. All right. So now it's mine. So on the next turn, if I want to buy a house, each costs $50. A hotel is $50 for each one, plus 4 houses. And if someone lands on my space, they have to give me $8 rent. If I have 1 house, they give me 40, 2 house 100, 3 house 300, 4 house 450, and a hotel 600. So if I own 2 hotels on that, they owe me $1,200. I can mortgage this for $60. And if I own all the sites of this color, the rent is doubled on unimproved sites. 1935, I was right. But I think they made this in 2014. So, yes. I must turn the card this side up if it's mortgaged. So if I basically sold it to someone. Alright, so now that I own that, so I'll put that aside. I'll put that here in my cash pile, okay? Gel silica packets. Anyway, so didn't roll a double. Now it is your turn. So you roll. I'm gonna roll for you. This is how I'll teach you. Back and forth. 8. So your flat iron goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn it! You go on Vermont Avenue, and you screw me over because you want to buy the blue 2, so you prevent me from doing the whole getting rich quick scheme. All right. So you give your hundo, and you go to the title deed and you buy yourself. Vermont Avenue. I don't know why I said it like a French Canadian. Anyway, so there you go. My turn. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. St. James Place for 180. So I'm like, all right. I'm feeling myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend 180. So I spend 200 and I get 20 back. And I get myself the orange St. James Place. So this one is amazing because it costs more money, so I get more money if you land on it. So, your turn. Oh, you rolled a double, honey. You know what that means. You get to go again. Don't forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Virginia Avenue. Okay, so you want it because you also are not cheap. So 150 and a 10. So I have a lot of fun. I love this game. Like, I am obnoxious. I'm sassy when I play with my family. Like, I'm the most. All right, Virginia Avenue. There you go. So you got the pink. Put that next to your blue. And you go again. And you know what? You're like, you know what? Since you get to go again, it's before your turn. That's when you can make a decision, not after your turn. So once you roll the dice, you can no longer buy a house. You have to do it before your turn, when it's your turn. So you're like, you know what? I'm gonna get rich quick, right? So Virginia Avenue, you're like, I'm gonna buy a house. Let me go see. $100. All right. So you're like, let me invest. I need to invest my money because if it just sits in the bank, it's not gonna do crap for me. It's just gonna deflate. So yeah, you're playing it smart. All right. So you put a house. Bam, you build a house. All right. And then so if I land on that next time, bam, I gotta pay you not 12, but $60. Okay. So you roll again. Oh. See, it's your turn again. 1, 2, bam. So you owe me money, honey, because you landed on St. James Place. So what's the rent? Oh, it's only $14. Laugh out loud. Okay, big deal. So you give me $14, but still, I gotta collect my rent. Okay, still. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Thank you very much for that transaction. But you get to roll again. Joke's on me. 11. Ooh, life is not fair to me today. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It must be nice being a flat iron in Monopoly world. Ventor Avenue, 260. You're like, you know what? For some reason, you're like, I'm not gonna buy that because maybe I'm spending too much cash. So you decide to just skip that. Okay, so obviously this is just an example. It would be smarter probably to buy it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Illinois Avenue. I'm gonna buy it. 240. All right. You know what? Let me not buy it. Here's why. I want to show you more examples of this game. Like, so now I taught you already the house, stuff like that. So we're just gonna keep going turns until you land on different spaces. So 1, 2, 3. So perfect. Community chest. So here's community chest. I don't know if I shuffled it. Not that it matters. It's just an example to teach you how to play. There's community chest. So you pick it. It says bank error in your favor. Collect $200. Once you're done, you put this in the bottom of the pile so we don't pick it double again. So the bank gives you $200 because you're just that awesome. But you're still not as awesome as a dog because you don't have 2 legs. You're just a flat iron. You have a handle. You have 11 handles, honey. It must not be great to be a flat iron. Okay, 7. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Pacific Avenue. All right, we get the gist. 3, 1, 2, 3. Chance. So you land on a question. Advance to the nearest railroad. So that is not in front of you, but the nearest one. So it's the one behind you. The next space over. Short line for 200. If unowned, you may buy it from the bank. If owned, pay owner twice the rental to which they are otherwise entitled. So if I owned short line, which we go back to the title deed area, short line, you would pay me not 25, but $50. But if I owned 2 railroads, you'd pay me not $50, but $100. Let me turn that crap off. All right, so hold on, guys. I gotta drink some water. I'm so sorry about that. I have to keep my phone open because the roofers have to come today. For the 6th time. If I own 3 railroads of these, you pay me not 100, but 200 because of the chance card. If 4 railroads own, you pay me not 200, but 400, and I can mortgage this for 100. So you land on it, you decide to own it, and you pay $200. So that's now officially yours. You own it. Congrats, you bougie B-word. All right. So 8. Yay, I finally rolled a double. Arf, 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 arf. So boardwalk 400, too bougie for me. 5, 1. So I pass go, I collect 200. 2, 3, 4, 5. Income tax. So now I gotta pay $200. So I literally have to pay back what I got from Go. Dang it. Because I have to pay my income taxes. You just gotta pay them taxes. You have no choice. That's the rule in this game. So I do just want to briefly go over the rules to see other things. So let's say you land on an electric company. Okay, so this one's $150. The light bulb. If one utility is owned, rent is 4 times amount shown on dice. So let's say you rolled a 5 and you got to my electric company and I already own it. You owe me 5 times 4, $20. If both utilities are owned, so if I own electric and water company, rent is 10 times the amount of this 5 that you rolled. So you'd owe me $50. And you can mortgage this for $75. Alright, so I'm just showing you faster because it's going to take us forever. A boring eternity, okay? So let's say you go to jail. So I go to jail. I can pay $50 at the start of my next turn if I want to get out, or I have to roll a double, which good luck doing. But sometimes it's better to stay in jail, especially if you broke, okay? Because if you broke, you risking landing on someone's rent, okay? And if they land on your rent, you collect rent while you're in jail. So sometimes you gotta stay in jail, right? So once you pay $50, you move to just visiting, or if you roll a double. If you roll a double, you have no choice but to get out. So that's your disadvantage sometimes. So if you land on free parking, nothing happens. Sometimes players can say, okay, I'm feeling generous. I want to put $1 at the free parking slot, so whoever lands there next gets it. right? Alright. So there's also a luxury tax. So if I land on luxury tax, I have to pay $100. Alright. So I think you get the gist. So sometimes in the community chest, there are different, like, get out of jail cards, right? There's, go to jail, do not pass go, and do not collect 200. A lot of this is just prize money, receiving money, or paying money, right? There's a get out of jail free. You can keep it so you can get out of jail free. I think I went over all the cards, yeah. And then the chance cards. You can advance to go. And the same thing. You can go to jail. Go back spaces. You have to pay each player a certain amount of money. There's always that one very misfortunate card where there's like, yeah, pay $40 per house, right? Like, it sucks, but it's true. All right, so what else do we have here? So I already went over auction. It's just mortgaging, you know. If there's multiple players, they can bid. So starting at $1, they can bid on your property. Especially if the player has no money and you have no money and really need this, yeah, then it's ideal to do that. I already said you can have a maximum of 4 houses. If you want to repay a mortgage, you have to pay the listed value plus 10% to the bank, then turn the card face up. But you can't collect rent on mortgage properties, so obviously. So you lose when you're in debt, you sold everything, you're still broke, and you land on a space and you can't afford it to pay the rent. You can even sell the building back to the bank if the player can't afford it, but it's at half the listed price. So you can also make your own Monopoly rules, but it's better to stick to the rules because your own rules make the game last longer. This is an intelligence of its own, okay? I think this longest I've ever played Monopoly was like 20 hours, to be honest. So yeah, I think I covered everything, you guys. I think that's pretty straightforward. Thank you for watching. Yeah, let's say you buy a hotel. So I'm gonna land on Baltic Avenue, and we're gonna pretend I already have 1, 2, 3, and 4 houses. So when I pay the price, I remove all 4 houses and then put a hotel, right? Okay, guys, that's kind of how it works. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy, pretty fun. There's a multitude of things to do and different ways of thinking. I like old-fashioned Monopoly. It's not too much thinking because, I don't know, I'm very forgetful. So, like, if there's too many rules to a game, it's like, it's not fun. It just sucks the fun out of it, really. Because then you get pissed off if you forgot something, and then, yeah, so this is good. Like, there's Anti-Monopoly, there's Super Mario Monopoly, Animal Crossing. I'm like, no, good old-fashioned Monopoly is good enough for me. So, I hope you learned something. I'm sure everyone and their mama knows how to play Monopoly. this was requested, and yeah, it just brought some joy into my life for a few minutes because I really love this game. Alright, I hate to put it away. It feels like I'm playing with a friend. Alright guys, gotta get going. See ya. Hope you liked. Bye-bye.